together for the first time is BP's new approach to rescue and recovery in the North Sea. All the pieces of the jigsaw in action. 6 years after BP began looking at how helicopters could make a real difference to its emergency response, and after a long period of consultation and trials, this is it. It's the most advanced civilian search and rescue helicopter in Europe, if not the world. Auto hover and winch control. Observation window. Medical facilities. Primary winch and backup. Powerful zoom camera. Night sun searchlight. Infrared camera. And 700-watt loud hailer. That is loud. Well, this is one of the Jigsaw helicopters being kitted out, and with me is Andy Anderson, a winch operator on these helicopters. And for you, what's the most impressive thing about them?
Well, the most impressive thing about this aircraft itself is it's a very good and capable platform for carrying out search and rescue, and the equipment for it is state-of-the-art, so it's a very, very good and capable piece of equipment.
BP's trials with helicopters were carried out during 2003, recovering humans and mannequins, and in different sea states. This one, seen from a helicopter's own camera, shows a trial near the Bruce platform where wave heights reached over 7 metres. Interestingly, the helicopter's downwash reduces the effect of the waves immediately beneath, but not on the standby vessel that's coming close to watch over the trials. All this helped BP decide to go for the Jigsaw option. Well, here's something that no one in Aberdeen has seen before, the first ARC, the Autonomous Rescue and Recovery Craft. And Lol, Greg, you're safety reps, and this is the first time you've seen the ARC. Lol, what are your initial impressions?
Visually, it looks very good. It's something that stands out, probably something that you better pick out quite easily.
Likewise, what Lol's saying, I think it's quite encouraging to see how big it is. We always thought it would be a lot smaller, much like the rescue crafts that are offshore at the moment, so it's quite encouraging to see something as dominant as that boat there.
Well, I'll let you go have your look round and hopefully have a quick word with you afterwards. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Nice talking to you.
My name's Phil Smith. I'm commander of ARC Eric, which is the first ARC off the production line from Holyhead. This is the recovery section when it's complete. And all we do to remove that is deflate the recovery section, undo 4 bolts, lift it out and put it on the back sponson, which probably takes about 15 to 20 seconds to actually remove that. The guys only have to bend down slightly, can actually recover the casualty onto a stretcher board as seen that's laid out on top of the decking here. As you can see, the guys are both tethered into the boat for their safety. If the ARC is rolling around at all, they're actually secured onto the craft.
It looks a very good operation of recovery from the sea.
Okay, gentlemen, take you into the treatment area now. As we can see, the treatment area configures into different configurations. We can either have a seating configuration, or the seats can be lowered down, and we can put the stretcher onto that for the medic to work on. We also have dedicated tables there. They can either be raised or lowered depending on what he wants.
Did you have some concerns when you first heard?
I think, like a lot of people, the original thought was it might be cost-cutting, cutting things back and what have you, but realistically, looking at this, it's a fantastic piece of kit with great technology. We've got a fantastic dedicated crew that are really well experienced at just talking to the guys and what they're doing. They're very enthusiastic.
You can actually toggle from the screen onto the radar screen, and from the radar screen onto the helmsman's screen.
It's a lot bigger and a lot more advanced than I ever thought it would be.
We actually go with this PLB, person locator beacon, and this is the piece of equipment here, how we find the casualty with a watch on.
It's great to know that in the event of an incident that we've got, such dedicated people that are going to come and look after us.
Well, thanks a lot. Thanks for your views. What One of the ways search and rescue is set in motion is through this, the personal locator beacon. Now, what activates it is full immersion in salt water, and it sends out an international distress signal. Now, if you put it inside a pocket or underneath a survival suit or inside a bag, it's not going to work. So as you can see, it hasn't gone off. But if you wear it on the outside of your suit and let it touch the water, it'll go off. So you need to display it, not hide it. Bringing it all together, this is the Nerve Centre, operating 24 hours a day, every day. Now, Dave, what is it that you actually do here?
Here we have the screens which you can see in front of us, which we have all the remote information coming from offshore.
So what kind of areas are covered by Jigsaw?
Jigsaw covers 3 marine regions and 2 aviation regions. If you look at the monitor here, you can see the 3 red circles are the 3 marine regions which cover the platforms encompassed by them, and you have the 2 green regions are covered by the SAR helicopters. We will cover any incident which is classed as an emergency for the platforms.
At the heart of the process is the radar early warning system, which shows all vessel movements up to 25 nautical miles from platforms. This incorporates the wristwatch locator beacons. The system is installed high up on platforms, which means it's not affected by bad weather or wave height in the way traditional vessel-located radar is affected. Each platform has its own radar screens, but the main monitoring is in the Jigsaw control room and on the Ark's mothercraft, the RSV Regional Support Vessel. This one is in its final stages of kitting out. Unusually for vessels of this kind, the RSV is capable of towing and so could recover a vessel that's drifting towards an installation. The RSV will be at sea and operational all the time. And as for the Ark, when it's not needed to provide close cover for overside working on scaffolding, it'll be lifted back to its home on the RSV. And if someone is in the water having fallen off scaffolding, the radar screens will sound an alarm, and the Ark, which will be on station providing close cover, will carry out the rescue. So that's all the individual parts, and here it all is in action. Helicopter and Ark mobilised. And if you're wondering how good the onboard camera is, then that's what you're seeing me from now, even though it's about half a mile away. Now let's see a demonstration, as this is for the camera and it's bitterly cold. We're close to shore and using mannequins, though in fact BP's trials showed that recovery with humans was quicker. Lifting from the Ark to the helicopter will only happen if someone is critically injured. Normally, people rescued will stay on the Ark until it's back on board the RSV and will be lifted from there. So today we've seen the helicopter and the Ark in action together for the first time. Brian Cavan, what did you make of it?
I think we are now in a place where the last piece of the jigsaw, if you like, has snapped into place. The equipment is exceedingly good and we're happy that we're ready to go live.
Now, you initially came up with this idea, so you must be very pleased.
Yes, we started off the project because of the ageing nature of the standby vessels. We also realised there were some shortcomings in the way we provided that rescue and recovery for the guys offshore. So now we feel that everything we've put in place, the search and rescue helicopter and the Arks, we are in a really good place to provide that support should it ever be necessary.